Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. How you doing, lovely souls? Are you still hanging in? Hope you are all staying safe and healthy during this challenging time. Today's video is for a whole bunch of you in the collective that I actually was feeling the pressure with these transit energies with the planets. Because I know you're all feeling it you're in some capacity. This one's spanning several generations. So I'm going to be addressing a few different groups here. There are a bunch of you students. I'm feeling it. You guys, the school's out for summer and you've got a new semester coming up, and I know for a lot of you, you are at a crossroads as to where you're going to be making your decisions for your career as our world is changing. And for those of you who are already early professionals to mid professional in your career journey, some of you have been laid off. Some of you have actually no longer have a job. Some of you are contemplating new career decisions and new directions. And then the other group of you who are actually established professionals. You've been doing something for several decades and you're having a career trajectory fork roads, if you will. That's another group of you that I want to address in this video today. And the final group, you retired seniors who now have to go back to work because you lost your portfolio in the economic crash or whatever, and certain companies actually went bankrupt during this whole pandemic. I know that there's a bunch of you who are like, oh, what the heck, what's going on now? So there's four different groups of you right now that I'm going to be addressing in the collective, because I've been feeling your energies overnight, and I want to be able to help you through navigating this energy. So let's address it. Let's talk about this elephant in your room, which is, what do I do? Where do I go from here? Okay, from here. And that's the key thing that I want to bring to this conversation. It doesn't matter whether you are a student still in college, changing majors, contemplating your new direction, mid-career, or established career professional, changing trajectories, or you're retired, having to come back from retirement to go back to the workforce because you thought you were okay and then now something died. So we are looking at all of these different things. And what does this all have in common? What are the links that are all in common with all four groups? Is looking at how you are perceiving this moment. This moment. It's an opportunity. It's not a stuck mode, even though you feel stuck. It's a place where it's like, okay, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to be able to pull back and reflect and contemplate, okay, where do I want to go from here? And it's actually putting you in a place where maybe you were that constant treadmiller, hamster wheeler who always was living in this place of stability, and all of a sudden, here it comes. And now your world is upside down and you're wondering, like, where do I go? And part of this, let me explain this to you so you understand this better from your subconscious mind of what's going on. You're thinking you're in survival mode. It's not really survival mode. It's in recontemplating dream mode, and it's foreign to you because you haven't had to do it for a while. You haven't had to do it for a while. So for the first group, maybe you were a kid and you wanted to be XYZ, and so you decided you were going to go to school and you were going to study these paths. And now you're realizing maybe the career that you took as your major no longer exists. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, my whole life I've wanted to do this, and now this has kind of changed and gone, not really what I wanted, and now I have to rethink. Okay? Same thing for you mid-level professional group and the established professional doing it for decades. You're in the same boat. You're in the same boat as the college student. Because you're looking at, this is what I've done, this is what I know, and now we're put into the Pac-Man pie mode again of what you don't know, and just the only piece that you do know, and we're having to look at that place again. And so what it's really asking you to do is, what do you desire to do? What is your dream? What do you want to connect to? What do you want to link to, as in what you take on next in your adventure? And for those of you who are in the were retired, now have to come back from out of retirement back to the workforce because of whatever, your portfolio dying because of the economy and whatever, the pandemic, you're probably thinking like, well, how do I get back in the workforce again? Because like, where am I valuable? Where can I re-enter again? What can I do? What I used to do no longer exists. So we're all in this place of looking at how we reshape, realign, and redirect. And it's an opportunity now, that's why I say it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to become that ball of clay, to mold into what it is that you can, with what you have, with where you are, with what you know, and how you want to move that forward. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at how you can use this time to your advantage, to be truthful. We're going to go back to the divine truth video, to be in alignment with your divine truth. What does your divine truth say now? What is your divine truth asking you now? What are you passionate about now? Where do you want to take this energy now? How do you want to craft your future now based on what you know, what you have, what you can use, and where you can apply it? Those are 4 things. And it's really interesting to be looking at these 4 things because they also align with your mind, body, soul, spirit, health, well-being in your own communications and what you're saying to yourself. If you're sitting there in a place saying, oh, I can't do this, X, Y, Z, or I'm not really sure about, okay, what we're doing in trying to push that away because you don't need that energy is looking at how your mind is connecting, how your mind is linking to your own perception about what it is you can and can't do with where you want to go next. And how that's manifesting in your body, intention, feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, getting headaches because you are manifesting a headache because you are literally getting a headache trying to think too much. And why are you getting the headache? You're getting the headache, you're manifesting the headache because you are in your head and you're not in your heart space or your soul space of what that authentic divine truth is and what you really want to do. Yeah, sure, there's this whole thing about what you need to get by, okay? But it goes beyond what you need to get by and what you need to survive. It's about how can you build a bridge with those things to where you dream about going or what you ultimately want to do. And that's where we get real clarity on that original divine truth and what we're applying in our heart space and our mind space, and being real with that so we don't cause any more headaches or more tension, to be authentic with the soul's desires of what that passion is. What's your passion? What's your purpose? Because when you know your passion and your purpose, that's where you get your power. When you get your power, that gives you the conviction and the faith in your dreams to go forward in this new space of where you're now feeling like you do have the blank slate. When we acknowledge, address, accept, and say thank you and have gratitude for the blank slate, suddenly things become clearer to us because it's going to be very automatic in terms of what resonates and what doesn't resonate. It's kind of like, let's just say somebody was throwing stuff at you. Maybe it's your friend or something saying, oh, you should do this. And you're like, that's not me. How well do you know me? That's not me. Okay? That's your knee-jerk reaction saying, whoa, suddenly I have clarity now. Utilizing the process of elimination of what I don't need in the space while I'm in this place of contemplation. And now I can re-communicate something better to myself for my well-being. I can now say, oh, I am very certain of what it is that I don't want. That's going to help you navigate this, and it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're the college student, mid-level professional, seasoned professional, or retired person coming back into the workforce. You're going to now see what sits right with you. Because let's be honest, if you're going after something you don't feel passionate about, that's not your truth, that's not your divine truth, you're not going to feel good about doing it. And you're only going to be showing up halfway because you're not going to be completely in it. And you're not going to be in it for the right reasons. You're going to be in it for survival only and not as a bridge to who you are, what you want, with where you want to go. So let's do a simple 3-column exercise today where we're going to define what that is. We're going to define what that is. In the first column, column number one, we're going to write down what it is that we enjoy doing. Because let's be honest, we work more than half, 3/4 of our lives now in this economy. We work 3/4 of our lives. You better darn well like what you're doing. You better like what you're doing. And even if it's a job that's not really you, find something within it that is you, that you are passionate about. What do you love doing? Are you a researcher? Are you a news gatherer? Are you a fact checker? Are you a storyteller? Are you somebody who likes to see projects through beginning, middle, end? Are you a taskmaster? What do you enjoy in your everyday work world? What do you really enjoy? Okay, that's column number one. Write down all of those things, because what are we going to establish with all of these things? All of these things are transferable. Every single one of those things. But if you're used to looking at your life pre-COVID, and you're used to looking at your life and what that looked like and how you used to apply column one, it's not going to measure up or match, and you're going to feel stuck in this, what you consider to be a crossroads or a fork in the road, because you're trying to apply it to something that doesn't exist anymore. So if we're looking at column one with all the skills and things that you really enjoy, what you do know that you're good at and you like doing, okay? We now have to apply that into column two of where we think we can apply this in the new normal, in the new landscape, in the new job terrain, in the new career path, in the transform, tweak, dream idealization of what that career path is. Put that in column two. What skills here? How many careers can this apply to? All the things that you enjoy in column one. But how many different things do you think you can use these skills? Let's do that. Let's cross-check them. How many professions? How many fields? How many industries? I've got news for you. A lot of what you do know and what you can do is transferable. It is. It is. It's just a different application of it. So think about all the different things that you could actually not only enjoy doing, but where you can apply this in terms of a field, an industry, a profession, making the change. Making the change. Because no longer are we living in a world where, well, it's actually been that way for a long time, but no longer are we living in a world where we only do one thing. We don't. We don't even do that in our human lives. We multitask. We've got too many things going on. We've got the television on, we're dealing with our phone, we're dealing with the computer, we're listening to music. But there's too many things going on. We're natural multitaskers now, which is not always efficient. But we do that in our personal lives. So as we're looking at our professional life, think about how you can multitask some of your skills and the things that you love and enjoy, that you're passionate about doing, that you enjoy doing, that you're good at doing, and where you can apply those in column two. Column three is about execution. Column three is about action. Column three is about actually now exploring those set options in this new context of our everyday living here, in a new altered paradigm, timeline of what life looks like, because our all-knowing knowledge of how we used to function is no longer in existence. It's changed. It's changed. It's kind of like when we went from, I'm dating myself, it's kind of when we went from vinyl to cassette to 8-track to CD to iTunes. It's boom, 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 right? Incarnation. Which now finals retrograde. It's cool. So anyway, things come full circle, but things are not always linear. So we have to be looking at things in the third column the same way. Okay, what actually is, full circle and has its own cycle of being? What are these industries that actually have this application? Where can you apply some of these things? Taking action in the arena of evolution. As things change, as things develop, as things grow. And when you tie it all together, when you link it all together in the column 1, column 2 to column 3, what you're going to see is this crossroads that you thought you were in, it's just perception. You're not really in a crossroads. You're being given a gift of new contemplation, of a clean slate, of where you can actually craft and create from where you are with what you have, with what you know, with what you love. And it's a new place now of becoming. And I can tell you this. I mean, I've worked in 33 industries. I am the human guinea pig in this of resurrection, shall rise again. Being able to apply different things. There is that survival mode, but then there's that bridge, and everything eventually becomes this bridge of what you can do with what you've developed, what you've learned. Okay, because we're students of life. We never stop learning. We never stop growing. We never stop becoming. Okay? We continue this pathway until the end of our human incarnation life cycle. But our energy as spirit, our energy as in a soul, which is infinite, we bring forth lifetimes worth of knowledge. And we can access that at any time. We can't. We just have to be still. We have to be present. We have to be present in our being. We have to be present in our consciousness, in our human and our soul consciousness, so we can actually grasp what the human has to do in the 3D earthly plane of application of the new path, the new career, the new job, the new whatever, the new life. You're creating a new life. And the only thing that stops you from getting there is the fear to leap into that new life, because it's scary. I mean, that's a human thing. It's scary. Maybe you're scared you may succeed. Maybe you're scared you may fail. Maybe you're scared just because it's unknown. But if you remove all of those things, it's just an opportunity. If you remove the lens and change your perception on it, it's just an opportunity. It's no longer, it can still be a challenge, but it's no longer, this stuckness mode of a place of indecision. You can decide today how you want to do the things you do with column 1, with what you love, into the place of where you can actually apply this, into the third column of where you're going to do the action. You can actually apply this today. It's something you can use today. But you need to get clear. You need to get clear here. You need to get clear as to where you want to take that. The possibilities are limitless, because you have within your grasp what it is that you know. Nobody can erase your brain from the knowledge you've acquired. And nobody can take away the wisdom that has evolved from said knowledge to apply it to where you want to go, how you want to help, how you want to serve, how you want to change. It's all about personal transformation with professional application in looking at the bigger picture of why we're here. Our reason for being. Our reason for being in a new context. The human 1.0, pre-COVID, was living in a place of, my dream, my job, blah, blah, blah. Now we have a different awakening where everything we do has to actually resonate with truth. The divine truth I talked about in the divine truth video. Divine truth with the reality of execution of what we want to do with it now that we've been sitting in it, reflecting in it, contemplating it, choosing it, wondering about it, maybe being clouded in our vision about it. Now we can actually move that forward. But we have to sit still enough to define column 1. Be honest with that column. utilize column 2, take action in column 3, and then link it all together into creating our new reality. So I hope that helps you, lovely souls. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Just ask. Go to Linkronicity.com. Ask me some questions. We'll talk about the ways that we can take this actualized, new self-actualized reality into our new altered normal, and make this go forward from here so you can now live your best life. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Linkronicity, Blogspot.com, and go to Linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day, linking to your new space of creating your new future. Have a great day.